In this training session, we're going to continue with purchase orders. We've already explained the account details option, the purchase order date options. We've spoken about the totals. In other words, must this purchase order be inclusive or exclusive? And I've already in the previous training explained the buttons at the bottom. For instance, the item details, the amend option, auto order, we've explained in a different training session. So what we want to look at in this training session is how to select items. There's two ways of doing the selection, via the keyboard or via the mouse. If my cursor is where it is at the moment on the code field, I can press Alt and down arrow on the keyboard and that will open the search screen. Or if I close this and I don't want to use the keyboard, I can use the mouse and I can click on the down arrow and make my item selection. Once I am on the item, I will then press enter. The description can be changed if it wanted to. Then you enter to the unit price. Now in front of the unit price column you have a type column. That type column will show the different cost prices available. If I search, it will say your latest cost, the average cost, the highest cost, or CB will be the base cost. You then make the selection and enter. The order quantity will be the amount of items you would like to order. You can specify the line discount, which will then automatically be deducted from the cost price for you. If you then select another item that you would like to purchase, in this case I would like to order 5 monitors. Once again, I'll leave my price as is and I specify the quantity 5. Now this item is actually a serial number item, but because I'm busy with a purchase order, the serial number will not be required. Now you will continue to select another item, you specify your quantity and you enter through to the next line. If you've made a mistake with an item, you can, and you want to remove that specific item, you can click on the line and press F5 to delete a line. We can also look at extra charges. In other words, these extra charges we've added under company details under the extra charges tab. We can now add a extra charge. In our case, I've got two options, a collection fee or delivery fee. You can specify the amount and that will then increase the total. And as soon as you've processed, you've added all the transactions that you want for your purchase order, you can then proceed to say process and display or process and print. In my case, I'm going to click on process and display. Because I've added an extra charge, it's going to come up to say that I can or I have to allocate the extra charges. Auto allocate will automatically break the amount for that extra charge up into the cost of the items specified on my purchase order. We will now look at the display or the preview of the purchase order, and I will explain this in another training session. And that concludes looking at how to select an item while busy with purchase orders.